Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Gemini, what are we doing? We're just doing, I don't know. You're like, I don't know, Cindy, I came here to your channel, so you should know what you're doing. Well, we're just pulling cards. We're just pulling cards that we're doing. And I'm doing that with the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. So, you know, I do have a plan. I just kind of forgot it for a second. That's all, you know, okay. So, Tea Leaf Oracle deck. And then I'm going to use, I think it's the Uncommon Tarot, something like that. It's pretty cool, though. That's what we're going to do. I'm just, like, pulling out cards. And so I guess I'll start doing that for you. All right, Gems, Gemini. What is the universe? What do your guides want to talk to Gemini about, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay. What's the story here? What are we talking to Gemini about? Two separate stories. Interesting how those cards came out. One went there and two went over here. What is this? Cup. You should accept valid criticism. All right, then. What is this over here? Haystack. Karma. You will reap what you have sown. Oh my God. What the fuck is going on, Gemini? Torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Holy crap. What is this about? You should accept valid criticism. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is one of those readings where most people will click off and nobody will go to the extended. But I got to do what I got to do. So, haystack and karma. But the torch. This looks like actually burning something. Okay, I feel like this is burning like karma. I'm not trying to reach for it because there is something here that we need to look at here. There's something in your life here. Maybe it's about that. Like maybe you're accepting some sort of valid criticism. Like, you know, maybe, you know, you do the same thing over and over again and you expect the same results, and a friend or a partner or your parents or someone says like, do you not see that you keep doing this and this keeps happening in your life? Oh, yeah. You know, right? Like, okay. So there's something like that there with this. And then, but the haystack, like you take this torch to the haystack and you burn it. Karma, which is karma. So this is important. You will reap what you have sown. But, okay, so it almost seems like reaping what you have sown and taking a torch to a haystack of karma. You achieve that, though. You achieve that torch to burn away past karma through spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So the understanding part is not just how you perceive the world. I can see, oh, that was bad. That was not for my higher good. Now I know what my higher good is. But it's just that you only know what it is for now. I mean, really, I just find so many people go through an awakening or they have a spiritual development in their life and they think that's it. That's it. I've ascended. I'm all done. I'm good. No, you're not. None of us are. Or we're still here. You're still living and breathing. You still have a lot of shit to learn, as do I. We all do. That's why we're here. So, but there's a really important facet for you right now where you have an opportunity to kind of look at something in your life that I feel like it's not working out. It's not working out. But I don't know why I'm saying that. Like, right? It came out as the example is you keep doing the same thing over and over again. And you expect the same results. And you're not going to get them. So the tarot is going to be really interesting for this. And this haystack of karma. But you can burn it through spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. But I also feel like understanding for me, I've always seen this, like in any sort of karma that we develop, whether that's positive, negative karma, and how you perceive that too. It's like you can perceive something as negative, but actually it's you working through a lesson. And in the end, that ends up being positive, right? Like you alchemize it, you transform it. You alchemize and transform yourself. But anything that we've ever kind of gotten ourselves involved in or wrapped up in or, you know, mistakes that we have made. It is important through your spiritual development, your enlightenment, to incorporate the understanding. And the understanding is understanding the role that you also played in whatever happens in your life, right? The role that you played. I mean, outside of being, God forbid, any of you or anyone kidnapped, held hostage. I cannot thank the little people. Don't put it out there. Right, like, right? To me, there's a point, well, when your total freedom is taken away from you, then, yeah, that's kind of a different story. But if you still have choices, what are you doing with them? How are you responsible for where you sit today? That's the most important part of understanding. I think a lot of people miss that. A lot of people spend so much time looking at who may, you know, I mean, there are times when we can be victimized, but how do we allow that to happen? What did I not know then that I know now? So it's also like wisdom, right? Applying what you learn, what you understand. I'm sorry. I'm feeling like I've gone right into my mommy mode. Listen, you keep doing that. Shield. You need to defend yourself. Oh my, okay. Bag. Something important such as a new job or raise. April. And then it's, oh yeah, I'm going to go sideways, reversed. Okay. So you need to protect yourself. There's something important perhaps coming in April for you, such as a new job or a raise. It's the underline though. It's the underline. Did something come to you in April and you've needed to protect yourself? Because it is the underline. You can look at it both ways, okay? If that's not resonating, you're saying, no, I didn't get something important. It doesn't have to be it says such as, okay, so it's something perhaps with money, resources, wealth, something important. You need to protect that. Might have come to you in April. If that didn't, I want to say there probably is. I mean, something significant here with that. Could be the name April too, Avril, April. Oh, yeah. I just heard Avery. It's an interesting name. I was a name that I was tossing up. I remember when I was first pregnant. I didn't know if I was having a boy or girl yet. And I thought Avery was the kind of name that could be utilized for boy or a girl. And then I started researching it. And it's a little shit disturber. I don't remember what I was reading at the time. And I thought, oh yeah, no. I'm not going to pick that one. I'll go on to something else. So that's interesting. Maybe you're a little shit disturber if your name is Avery. I don't know. Let's go to the tarot. Gem. Interesting reading. I feel like my eyelashes have been shedding. Do you ever go through like a stage where it feels like, you know, your eyelashes kind of, they tend to fall out a lot and then they don't. I feel like our hair is like that too. I feel like I'm going through an eyelash shed stage where I keep getting little eyelashes in my eyes. You should accept some valid criticism. Maybe you've been overprotective. I don't know. You need to defend something here. Defend yourself. Maybe you've been defensive. Maybe how you've been defensive is a repeated pattern that is finding you in the same situations over and over again, you know, that are not great for you. It's time to burn up that karma, baby. Look at, you know, part of the understanding too, in any part that you've played in things in your life in the past, particularly, that may have caused you to be defensive. How did you set yourself up for that? So that you know, apply that wisdom. So you don't have to be defensive and you can have different results in your life. Yeah, feeling cheeky. Feeling cheeky, Gemini. I'm going to do 3 cards for each one of these. They both seem so significant. Okay, the first thing that we have is the 8 of Coins. The next one is the Knight of Coins. What's the long plan? Followed by the Page of Swords. Oh, what do you watch? You should accept valid criticism. Somebody, okay, this is interesting because somebody is watching you. This is funny. And I'm saying, I feel, I don't know, maybe it's you, but to accept valid criticism to me, you know, in anything, like think of yourself in an art class. Think of yourself training for some sort of sport or, you know, right? Like you can't see yourself. You're absorbed in what you're doing. And like the art teacher comes up to you and says, just step back for a second. Just walk away from me. Just step back. Okay. Look somewhere else. Okay. Now look back at what you're doing. What do you see? What do you see? What strikes you there? Why is there so much green in this picture? I don't know. Why is there so much green in this picture? You know, like, it's just like step back for a second. Even that can be valid criticism. Like, just step. So I'm getting this sense, like, almost like someone, too, with the Page of Swords, is observing you. Observing you, executing some type of long-term plan here with the 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. It could be something that you have in mind for yourself for your career with the 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody is seeing this from the outside. There's might be someone around you, Gemini, who has a good different perspective for you. You know, like if it's a coach or something as well. You're like, I don't understand why I always miss the 3-point shot on the left. And then the coach watches you and they can see, well, when you do it on the right, you follow through in this way. But when you do it on the left, you never follow through. Your hand does not continue to point to where you want the ball to go. See, like, but you don't see that in everybody who is successful often has somebody like a mentor or a coach. And that's kind of what this energy feels like with what I see here in these cards. It's someone who can give, like, if you want to succeed here, I've got something to tell you. Are you interested in, no, I'm okay on my own. I don't need your help. Right? That's not the right attitude to have with whatever this could be. Because somebody can see, and I want to say, who knows what that is, but somebody could have a good perspective for you. That's all it is. It's valid by, I mean, we're talking about your guides here. Yeah. Okay, so haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. Well, I wonder what you're doing, but you could burn that away. The Lovers, well, that's you. The Magician, well, that's a lot of Mercury, right? A lot of Gemini. Oh, the 10 of Swords. Well, that's interesting. I just got like shivers. Oh, I literally just got shivers. I don't know what this is, but it's important for somebody. I don't know that this is everybody's reading. But what I'm seeing here is if there's someone around you who could give you some advice, okay? And you know this is good advice because that you can tell that this person has an unbiased perspective. An unbiased perspective. It doesn't matter to this person whether you take it or not. Which, you know, is kind of funny because, yeah, as an art teacher, it's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, you want it to be all green, it could be all green. But it doesn't really highlight the depth and the interest in the image that you're trying to create. But if that's what you want, that's okay. Like, doesn't matter to me. But right, as a coach, that's interesting. No, I could see as a team sport, it would be, well, you know, we're all trying to do our best here, and that's what I'm here to help you with. So if you're not wanting to do that, maybe you should be in a sport where you play on your own. Probably wouldn't be the best coach, but I would definitely tell you what I was thinking. So, what I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking here, Gemini, is that there's something here that's for you, okay? It's a divine choice that you have manifested, but you could be in the process of destroying it in some way with the 10 of Swords. I'm not really sure what's going on there. It's interesting. Like I said, this is not everybody's reading, but I think all of us could take something from it. Really, honestly, because just kind of what's coming out in this reading, you know, I mean, when I do this, I'm channeling. I often don't think like this critically in my own life. So I'm really like, I'm channeling when I do these readings. And I'm kind of channeling in this and going, you know what, this is really good information. It's really valid. It's definitely a way of looking at things that we should think about. So you will reap what you have sown. The thing that I really want to clarify with this, to see like if there's could be any other way to look at this, because the Lovers is your divine choices. It's a divine choice here. It's a major arcana card. This is not like the Two of Cups or something, where if it was the Two of Cups, I would say, you know, this is a relationship that you were a friend with someone. You guys were very copacetic at some point. The Magician, maybe that's not so much coming up as manifestation. It could be coming up as some form of manipulation. We all know, if you know tarot, that the Magician can be that card. Here I am, now I'm not. Here I am, now I'm not. So the Ten of Swords is coming in with that, and reaping what you have sown. But so the spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding card. Wow, the Three of Swords. The Four of Wands. Oh, and the Death card. Something here, yeah, this is a tough one, Gemini. I just want to say, whoever is reading this is, I kind of feel like you've come off your path. There's something here that you need to look at that is kind of heartbreaking. And something needs to be alchemized here. With the Death card, like something needs to come to an end. Something needs to come to an end here. And it is the natural progression of energy and karma based on your actions, the actions of people around you. And this, right? Like, you need to have some kind of an ending to have a rebirth. So what's the, well, the Five of Cups. I find this reading quite interesting, because I feel like, to me, this is one of the most important types of readings for any of us to get, because this is the kind of thing when we can look at it, we can stop and we can change the way we're doing things and better ourselves and better our lives. I find there are so many readings out there now where, like, I'll go and I'll watch them and I'll think to myself over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, every single reading that is produced here is always saying to the person coming to watch it, they've never done anything wrong. Everyone's done things against them. That, you know, like, it becomes kind of it's very unhealthy. As difficult as this is, to me, like, this is a very healthy message. This is what growth is about. It's about looking at the difficult stuff. It's not always saying, oh, yeah, those people are terrible, I'm going to move on. It's just like, okay, April. The Seven of Coins. Okay, so April either was or will be a time here of some sort of replanning. Bag. Something important such as a new job or raise. The Five of Wands could be something that you've competed for or you will be competing for. There could be an argument or a disagreement around this. There's competing interests. You need to defend yourself. The Wheel. But that's the change. That's the thing that needs to change. Your circumstances have changed. The Two of Coins. Two of Coins. Keeping balance. I need to clarify. Let's get... I'm seeing... Okay. You should accept valid criticism, because somebody can see something with the Page of Swords. Someone can see something that you can't see about. I want to say it could be your work. Like, this could have something to do with your work and how you found success or haven't found success in work, or how you've made your way to the top. Right? Because there's something competitive going on here. Something competitive. Protecting your money. Protecting your money, any sort of need for wealth, financial growth or increase at the detriment of something. You should accept valid criticism. The Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So this is interesting, because this is almost like somebody offering something. And it could be, like, it could literally be someone who's a fire sign. I'm just like, Spirit's working through me to help you here. But you should accept valid criticism. This could come in the form, you know, kind of how I said it. Like, well, that's funny, because I think both Gemini and Aries are two energies that will just kind of tell you how it is. But sometimes when you're someone who will tell it out how it is to others, you may not always feel comfortable in receiving that in the same way back. Yeah, like, I think that, and that has to do with kind of balancing ourselves, you know. To give you an idea where I'm trying to go with that is, like, let's imagine, like, let's create a romantic situation for one. Okay, it's really easy to describe it this way. Let's imagine that you're the type of person that likes to give lots of hugs and kisses. You like to initiate that and feel like the warmth of the acceptance of that from a partner. The type of partner that would be really, really good for you in that case would be someone who loves receiving that stuff. I love receiving, like, they accept it, but you feel like by accepting it, it's kind of delivered back to you, right? It's like a thank you. You give somebody something and they thank you for it, like that, you know. So this could be something that is difficult to receive, because it could come from a source that is similar to you in terms of saying how it is. The Queen of Wands would basically say how it is. And the Ace of Pentacles. There's something different here too, right? Like, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. This is just maybe even being a little bit more creative, being a little bit more dynamic and unpredictable. This is, like, the energy that I'm seeing is not. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. The Three of Swords. Oh, there's something here that... It's almost like you're building something, but you don't really love it. The Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups. This is like a long plan without a real destination. I have no idea where I'm going with this. This is what that feels like. There's an assessment that needs to be done here. I have a long-term plan that I keep executing. I have no idea where I'm going with it. And it's not making you feel the best. The Page of Swords. The World. Oh. Now that kind of comes off as stop watching and start doing. Stop watching and start doing. Haystack, you will reap what you have sown, which is looking to me. Have you invested in something here? I don't know why. Maybe it has something to do with protecting your wealth or your money, or to achieve some sort of new job or raise, that you've made a choice about that, and now you reap what you sow, which to me looks like the end of some sort of divine choice that you've manifested. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. The Three of Wands coming in. That is reaping what you have sown. I hope it's good, but let me see. So the Lovers. The Page of Cups. There's like a hope. The Magician. The Wheel of Fortune. Now this was the shield associated. The Wheel of Fortune was associated with the shield. You need to defend yourself. I'm not gonna lie, the Magician can be the manipulator too. This is almost like some sort of strange type of defense, manipulation through defense, or defense through manipulation. The Ten of Swords. You get so busy protecting yourself that it's almost like, this is almost like so busy protecting yourself, or so invested in protecting yourself, that you literally are bypassing your divine choices here. You have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. The Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. To me, feels like what can light this haystack of karma on fire, like burn it up. Torch, spiritual development. Torch, spiritual development. Wow, the Four of Swords, the Hermit, and the Nine of Swords. This is facing on your own the things that you don't want to look at. The things that, you know, kind of terrify you. It's also about sort of healing your mind, your thoughts here. But this is just between you and God with the Hermit. It's like, that's it. There are no distractions in that. There's no other answers that you're going to find, except the answers that you find through yourself and God. Maybe that's where this criticism needs to come from. And that would be the most valid criticism. That is the most unbiased criticism, right? Is what the universe has to say to you, what God, what spirit, what source says. The Three of Swords. The Six of Wands. And Justice. Wow, it's almost like there's something here. that you have to accept that hurts a lot. And that's your path to success. That's your path to spiritual balance. That's your path to karmic balance. That's your path to like physical balances starting to be produced in your life, is accepting some sort of painful, inevitable realization. The Four of Wands. Geez, the Four of Wands. Okay, so I know that that's connected to, like, this is wanting happiness and joy and celebration, but it's not going to last unless you face something here, because the Death card comes in. It's like, I'm going to go to the Three of Swords to the Four of Wands. Everything will be okay. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to forget about my problems. I'm just going to pretend everything is all right. No, not. Like, you will just keep getting pushed in the direction of needing to go through a dramatic change in your life. You got to face something here. And the only way to face it is between you and God. That's the only way. The Death card. Wow, the High Priestess. Yeah, the universe is waiting to connect with you in a big way here. You will not be shown the other side. Whoever this reading is for, like, you will not be shown what comes out, what your rebirth is. Because I feel like that would taint your karmic correction here. Like, that wouldn't correct karma. If you could be told, okay, there's something here that you got to let go of in your life. There's some things that you haven't made the best choices so far. But if you can kind of get into connection here between you and God and look at this properly and from an unbiased standpoint and realize that you have self-sabotaged along the way. We all do it. This is just relevant to someone right now, that you have self-sabotaged along the way. You need to look at that, and then but you need to look at that without, thinking, oh, by looking at that, my reward is this rebirth over here, right? So yeah, that won't be shown to you what the rebirth is. You got to go into the death. You've got to go into the cocoon, and you have to do this internal work to burn this karma. Because I really honestly feel like the way these cards are coming out, that if you don't do that, you are continuing to add hay to this haystack, and that would take more than one torch to burn it off. So to me, that by saying that, you would either have to just, could you accomplish that in one lifetime? I don't know, maybe, but you'd have to make such dramatic changes in your life to so many things that I almost wonder what, like, the physical consequences of that could be to a body. What an intense reading. All right, April, the Seven of Coins. Is this like a new plan? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, come here. The Queen of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Well, it's like it became clear to you that you needed to protect something here. You did, but it's almost like at this point it defeats you. It's not working. It's, and if it's not the things, what is it? It literally is in its most, I guess, mundane way, in the gentlest, least invasive way that I could describe this reading compared to the most. And we're going to go to both ends here. It could just be like you've been protecting yourself for so long that you are really at risk of losing your divine choices here. And I don't know, I'm kind of wondering if you have. Like, I'm just going to be honest, because it's showing up as the Ten of Swords. You're reaping this karma. It's coming in with the Three of Wands. The Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. It's almost like something that you've seen coming in and you're afraid. You know, it's like for a long time you've seen this coming in. And like, oh man, that's it. That's like, I don't know, right? So now that's like the most minor way. Like, I feel like this reading. For others of you, I feel like you've outright done things here that have gone against your higher good, the higher good of others, because there's something that you had your mind set on or your perspective set on, and you haven't changed it. You refuse to change it, and it's going to get changed for you. Whether that happened, like, I think something's coming in. Something's coming in here. You're about to reap your karma. And they may have been things that you've chosen to do because you're protecting yourself. Like, you may have taken your defense, you may have created more of an offense with it than a defense. Like, you may have taken some kind of actions here to score against someone, or, you know, I mean, there's a difference between defense and offense. Like, so the bag, something important such as new job, a raise. I don't know, it's just like money. It could just be all about money. So the Five of Wands. The Two of Wands. It does feel like some sort of a dream here. A dream or a wish. Something that you were projecting. It could have even been competition for you or something. Like, it could have been even wanting to achieve something financially or some sort of goal so that others would compete for you. Something like that here too. And then the Shield, the Wheel, the Strength card, and the Sun. You're protecting yourself from your own self-actualization, holding yourself back from your true path. Wow, what a big reading. This Eight of Pentacles keeps showing up at the bottom here. I was sitting here the whole time I was talking about stuff, talking about the different levels that I kind of see this reading at. And then, I mean, I've shuffled it again twice, and here it is again, this Eight of Pentacles. And that's the Three of Swords. I don't know. I honestly feel like for some of you, you're working on something. It's just your long-term plan or goal. But you're the Seven of Cups. You don't know where you're taking yourself. You're not seeing something, right? Yeah, that's all I got. My goodness. So I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, we're going to, wow, that'd be interesting. That could be interesting. We're going to ask what's going on around you that you can't see. So that might be some sort of like perspective, well, what will be a perspective outside of you, but what's going on outside of you, that around you that you can't see. I'm going to, no, I won't this time. These underlying cards they've got so much going with them. Sorry, my eyelashes. So I'm going to reshuffle the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. We're going to get into the oh geez, toil and labor. Thoughts. No, maybe some of you have just really invested in your work the last little while, and you haven't been fulfilling some of the things that you're supposed to be fulfilling here. And it's kind of like, well, you said no, or I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to use the Kippa and the Steampunk Tarot. Okay. And what I'm going to do, and oh yeah, I already said what I'm going to do. I'm going to see what's going on around you that you can't see right now. There you go, Gemini. Thank you so much for hanging on for that reading. I think, yeah, these are one of the harder ones to deliver, and I think probably even harder to receive, but they are the kind of ones that can really change the course of your life. So I hope it was helpful. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.